And my other grandfather fought in England. He was an electrician. So on the bombers, if anything happened with the electrical stuff, he'd have to go fix that stuff. And he got shot down. I mean, obviously he survived. But both my grandfathers were two of like the best dudes I've ever known. And I'm probably now more like 93 traditional liberal and right of right conservative at the same time,
right?
Which is really bizarre because I'm like, we need to ask questions. We need to talk to people. We need to have a dialogue. This rhetoric is stupid. I noticed it when Twitter first came in at the first State of the Union when they were like, and now the representative, you could hear and you could see in real time what their thoughts are. And back then at Twitter, it was very like, I don't agree with this policy. And then you could slowly seed it into like, he's going to destroy America and he's a piece of shit. And it's just like, man, the rhetoric just changed over since like social media.
Well, that's what I think. I mean, I think we're all to a degree mentally ill. And I think
I'm not against that.
And I think and it's because of the internet and social media.
I agree. But I think they know. Well, did you ever see The Social Dilemma on Netflix?
It's been a minute.
They know. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They knew that they would fuck with us. I mean, you're in radio and you were at The Weekender and you were at all these things and like, you know about advertising. It's like they got to see it or touch it like 3 times.
Right.
And then you hear for 8 years, Donald Trump is the Antichrist.
Mm-hmm.
How many times has that person been told that who is like, fuck that guy?
Yeah. It's hard to even talk about.
You think so? Because I think I'm at a place where I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Well, what happened Saturday and then seeing people on
their reactions
on the internet, just like, you know, I wish they didn't miss, like just all that kind of stuff. Like I voted for Biden. I
don't like the guy. I don't want him to die.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, where did we become people like, oh, I wish this person was dead? Like, that's insane. And I see it. It's been every day since Saturday. It's just constantly people saying, I wish they didn't miss, you know, do better next time or whatever it is.
Something's happened over the last 8 years. You can call it woke. You can call it cancel culture. You can call it whatever. I call it I look at it as, you know, I'm now a free speech absolutist. And I, you know what the weird thing is like, I hate repeating myself when I say things. And I know like this is like the 12th podcast I'm going to say this. I think the worst form of censorship is self-censorship.
Sure.
I think the words that you know are true, but you don't say for fear of reprisal.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, if you look at history, that's what the bad guys would do. Mm-hmm. The bad guys would say, you can't say those words. You can't have those opinions. You can't have those. And they made everybody afraid.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get canceled, which is another way of like, it's a public assassination with no body.
Yeah. Well, it's weird too, because like, I don't know if you saw Tenacious D, they canceled their tour.
Look, man, I don't think they should.
That hit me like real hard. I'm like really torn up about that.
Well, so it happened and I'm like, ooh, that's not a good look. And then a day later, you know, Jack Black came out and said, we're canceling it. And then Kyle basically gets canceled. I don't agree with cancel culture.
I don't at all.
I am all about freedom of speech, but also you have to, I don't want to see you just say like, be careful with what you say, but like, you can't be on the internet saying like, I wish this guy was dead. It lives forever.
So when MySpace first came out and MySpace fights started happening,
yeah,
this was like pre-Facebook. So I was at film school in Orlando when this was going on. I remember really being drunk one night and looking at my one buddy and being like, the world was never supposed to know what each of us thought.
No.
You know what I mean? And that's what it became to. It's like, you have a public diary now.
Yeah.
And now you're upset